lies. Everywhere we turn, we're confronted with lies to the point of not being able to recognize the fact. John Stossel wrote a book in recent years called Myth, Lies, and Downright Stupidity. Well, everything that you know is not true. Napoleon Bonaparte is credited with the observation, history is lies agreed upon. Just a few days after September 11, 2001, Stephen Yates, a philosophy professor over in Columbia, South Carolina, affiliated with the Mises Institute. Steve is a long-term friend. He's been through our course that I teach. He's been house guest, all that kind of stuff. But Steve wrote an article shortly after 9/11 about a book that he had read just a few months before. These two authors had pointed out something like 9/11 was going to occur right about that time frame. Now, give or take a couple of years on either side. But something would come along that would change the world forever. Has the world changed since 9/11? It is a totally different place now. And so much of what goes on is blamed on 9/11, when it's just not true at all. Unless you're a boiled frog, just look at what's happening around you. Try taking a trip in an airplane. It's changed significantly. All kind of nonsense is going on under the supposed mission of protecting us. The authors of the book pointed out, go back 70 years plus or minus, and you have the Great Depression. The world changed, it's never been the same. Go back another 70 plus or minus years, you have the War of Northern Aggression. Amen. That's right. Anybody want to applaud? Known to some as the Civil War. There's no Civil War. The Civil War is when two or more factions fight for control of the country. Jeff Davis et al. In the South did not have any designs on taking over Washington, D.C. No more than G. Washington et al. 70 plus years before that didn't have any designs on taking over London and running the country. To the contrary, they wanted away from that sort of stuff. They wanted to get away from the oppression and the outrageous taxation. You see, back that so-called Revolutionary War, it was 2% in the South and 1% in the North, and that's so oppressive that they went to war for 10 years over that. And today, we call 50% or so freedom. Any of y'all listen to Neil Boortz, the talk show host in Atlanta? Let me see your hand. All right, a few of you know who he is. He said the holiday we just got through celebrating, July the 4th, is the most ridiculous holiday that we celebrate. Americans don't want liberty, they want license. They don't want freedom. But there's the ever-present hidden agenda that can be exposed only by historians like Tom Woods, who look deeply enough, even in the archives, to ferret out the truth. More evidence of the fact that we live in a world of lies. At that time, the United States lived in the War of Northern Aggression. At that time, the United States lived under a tax system of tariffs on manufactured goods. The South was agricultural economy. The North was based on manufacturing. As a result, 85% of the taxes was being paid by the South. Would you care to guess where the money was being spent? Would that tick you? South Carolina seceded as a result.